Grenadines Divers. Salt Breakers going in search of their second win. Grenadines Divers looking for their first. Over to you, Sam.
With Captain, let's hear what he has to say.
Yeah, we're gonna have a ball first.
Okay, so he's gonna have a ball first. We now go over to the losing captain of this toss, Salt Breakers, with Sunil Amrit.
I would have batted first. I think it's a good wicket. I think we could have decent score on the cards and to defend it in the end.
Okay, so there you have it. Sunil is going to field first, and we are just looking forward to this game. Kotoy up against Sunil Amrit. Over to the commentary booth.
Our flavor, our vibe.
Just taken, and we'll tell you exactly what has happened. But Salt Breakers go in search of their second win in as many matches after squeezing out a win yesterday over the Grenadines Divers in their opening encounter. And the approach of the batters in both units will need to be tweaked just a bit in order for them to compile a challenge in total. The likes of Sunil Amrit, Rickford Walker, Donwell Hector, they must come to the party for Salt Breakers. And likewise, the top order for the 4 challenge strikers in Gidron Pope, Ronald Scott, Renrick Williams, and Charleston Stowe, they would be required to put in a better performance today. To the bowling, the likes of Ray Jordan for the Salt Breakers, and Dylan, Ray Jordan for the strikers, that is, and Dylan Johnson for the Breakers. They would need more support from the other end. We're looking to bring you the second match of Day 2 action of the Vincy Premier League T10 competition. Our flavor, our vibe, and we are bringing you that coverage here live from the Arnesville playing field. Very shortly, we'll have the first ball in game 2 between Salt Breakers and Lasso Fresh Strikers. We take a commercial break.
Our flavor, our vibe. Set it to the atmosphere. And when the stadium comes to life, you can feel it everywhere. One by one, they're marching out, ready for the battle of air. One by one, they're marching out. Yeah, yeah. our vibe, pulse it into the atmosphere. And when the stadium comes to life, you can feel it everywhere. One by one, they're marching out, ready for the back affair. One by one, they marching out, yeah, yeah. Ready the diverse, botanical garden riches, black explorers, salt and breakers, lots of hikers, put Charles strikers, everybody coming in brave and they shouting. VPL T10. Our flavor, our vibe, pulse it into the atmosphere. And when the stadium comes to life, you can feel it everywhere. One by one, they're marching out, ready for the back affair. One by one, they marching out, yeah, yeah. Ready the diverse, botanical garden riches, black explorers, salt and breakers, lots of hikers, put Charles strikers, everybody coming in brave and they shouting.
Oh, back here the Honestville playing field. Fourth Charlotte Strikers, they're coming up against Sawpon Breakers. Sawpon Breakers won in winners row yesterday by 3 wickets. Fourth Charlotte Strikers, they suffered a defeat in game 1. And what happened at the toss, we had, as you may have heard if you didn't miss it, Kieran Kotoy from Fourth Charlotte Strikers, they won the toss and they have asked the Sawpon Breakers to bat first here. Already a change in the results from yesterday, where the first team batting first today actually won. We had all the teams that batted second yesterday winning. So let's see if this trend is going to continue with the teams batting first winning today. Looks like Ray Jordan, he had 2 really good overs yesterday. He was the pick of the bowlers. He's opening now. Beautiful delivery to start with. This is what we talk about here. A quality delivery on about that channel of uncertainty, coming forward and being beaten outside the off stump is Sunil Ambrose, I make it. And his non-striker is Rickford Walker. Sunil Ambrose, captain of the Sawpon Breakers. Rickford Walker, he is a non-striker, and this is going to be a good challenge. Inside edge, I make it through backward of a square position for Ambrose on the go. Four without loss. Swanee tugs, doesn't get as much as he would like to get on it, and comes down to the man at mid-on, and there's a single there to Ambrose. Another good delivery. This one is pitching outside the off stump and going a little wider with some movement here for Ray Jordan, and the pace is probably the fastest bowler we've seen on show on the 2 days, Sam.
Yes, certainly he has his reputation to maintain, because we know him to be a bowler who is really one of the quickest they have in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and he would want to maintain that today and hit good line and length.
Beaten outside the awesome, is it caught?
Not
They all go up.
Umpire.
Umpire Sinclair says
Umpire Abbott, that is a stood
Oh,
up ground.
sorry. Oh wow. Yes. Well,
I
I'm just
think
looking
you
at
are
the
caught
rasta hair.
off guard with the hair.
rasta hair.
Yes. Abbott stood her ground, and disappointment from Ray. However, he has a smile on his face and should do such, because anything else may just throw him off his line and length. We see that Fort Charlotte has made one change to their lineup.
Getting the good area there by Ray Jordan, and he ends the first over. One boundary in the over, but at this stage in this T10 competition, 5 runs and over is not at all a bad way to go.
Not at all. But we saw from the first team that batted, they were going at a rate of 10 runs and over. They ended with 109. Let's see how this Fort Charlotte is going to respond and try to keep Salt Pond Breakers at 5 runs and over.
It looks like Katoy went and did his homework yesterday. He's getting into the attack very early in the piece today. Rashid Frederick, known to be a measly bowler, getting once he hits his line is pretty difficult to score off. And we need to mention that our under 19 captain, St. Vincent Grenadines under 19 captain, he has the gloves this morning for Lasso for Fort Charlotte Strikers. We're talking about Jahil Walters.
Yes, because what we would have seen on our list here is that Kenron Williams, who was the wicket keeper yesterday, is out, and Salvan Spence is the all-rounder is in. So it is very, very good when you have a good cadre of cricketers in your team, that you can easily make the adjustment from one player to another.
Fredericks again. This time he's gonna come to I make it Walker. Fredericks coming from the backward end.
That could spell danger.
Oh, good catch!
Brilliant
Splendid catch! Let's see who took that. I make it.
That's the other twin.
Sil
That's the
Roy.
other brother for the twin.
Silroy Williams. I think it's stuck in the air a bit because the wind probably held it up, and he had to make some ground. And on as it died on him, he dove forward. Another splendid catch. We've seen some really good catches in these 2 days, 4 games so far. Walker again, not having a good time with the bat. And the fourth Charlotte, they pick up their first wicket.
Yes, and that brings Daniel Hector to the crease to join his captain Sunil Ambrose, and he certainly would want to provide some support for Ambrose.
Donwell Hector, he would like to improve on what he did yesterday. He's normally a prolific runs scorer in these formats. 572 runs in his T20 career in St. Vincent. Strike rate of 137 and the highest of 105. He will need to replicate something similar to that today to give his team a pretty good total.
And they would be depending on him heavily.
Ooh.
That one would have beat the batsman and the keeper. Adds another run, 4 to the total, and it's now 11 runs. Well, that would be 5 because it was signaled wide by umpire Scintilla.
Breakers, they've been inserted to bat. 22 for 1. They are working at a run rate of 7.33. And again, as we said earlier, the wicket is looking better for batting, and therefore we're going to have to look at the score again around 110, 110 to make a game of it. The Sarpon Breakers, but see.
Yeah, definitely the total is definitely have to be in excess of 90. Because yesterday we saw the highest total batting for us was 75. But seems to be a bit of confusion that the fielder was heading to his left when the ball was way on his right. So I think he's saying that he didn't see the ball.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
I know we have the testing for the temperatures and stuff. We may need to have a nice specialist down here as well. But just saying.
Yeah, there seems to have been a bit of confusion there. So
Frederick, so this one pitching and going away from Ambrose. Ambrose moving away from that delivery. Frederick's looking the part today, a little better than he did yesterday. I make it in his in his first outing. Yes, both the new ball quite well
It's
for a spinner.
It looks certainly nice to see, you know, a female umpires out there. A female umpire out there in the middle. This is really good. This is what this tournament is all about, showing all the talent that we have on show. Players, coaches, managers, umpires, commentators, TV crew, everybody is really getting their chance to show what they are made of.
Yes, a learning experience for all of us as well as we develop our trade, so to speak. Beautiful shot, but cannot pass the offside. Good fielding again. It looks like Javid. Looks like Javid Harry. Yes, something to that effect. No. Well, okay, it's right. A lot of them statue is similar, but that was eventually corrected to be Curtin Lavia. Well punched, but equal to the task in terms of getting his body behind it was Lavia. Driven. This is going down to the boundary, is it? The fielder comes around, cannot. We have just seen a cornery straight drive from Donwell Hector.
From Sunil Ambrose, actually.
Okay, fine.
Sunil Ambrose and Hector, there seemed to be a little bit of communication issue as it pertains to running in between the wicket. Sunil is trying to push him to keep him focused, to rotate the strike, and I don't think he's equal to the task.
I think what we can see here again is where our cricketers are showing that they are learning, you know, they are adapting. Yesterday we saw Sunil, you know, he was trying to go hard at the ball, playing unorthodox shots because he thinks it's T10. But based on his approach in this inning so far, he seems to be looking to play a lot of cricket shots, you know, proper cricket shots. Because now he realizes that too can bring a lot of value based on Douglas innings earlier. I think he would have taken a lot from that innings from Douglas.
I'm going to go a little further back to yesterday. Desmond Maloney's innings, along with Salvan Brown, where they played proper cricket strokes, and Lyndon James as well in their win yesterday. So these guys may have gone back and look at the tapes and consider, listen, we are still required to play good cricket and shots, and good cricket strokes bring you runs as much as your wind-ups, as we may call them sometimes. Keaton Lavia. Good work down there on the boundary, and he had some help to get it in at the end. 2 runs more.
Yes, Sunil, I am sure would have realized from yesterday that the innings is dependent on his ability to stay in the crease and put the runs on the board. But I like how they're bowling at him. I mean, they're really concentrating and focusing on not giving him any opportunity to free his arms. And he, however, has to stay focused and has to wait until he gets the ball where he wants it. He has to try to look for runs and manipulate the fielding as much as possible.
And through the covers area. Let's see, is this going to be cut off? No, another splendid shot. This time again by Ambrose. He's coming into his zone. I would have loved to see the body going a little closer to that, and it would have been an exquisite shot, changing it from splendid to exquisite, but the result would have been the same.
Yeah, well, what we saw there from Ambrose is he opened up his front leg, looking to go over mid-wicket. But he was in such a balanced position that he was able to adjust and hit that ball magnificently through the covers. Although his front foot was not to the pitch of the ball, but he was so balanced that he was still able to execute that drive through the covers.
Lavia is struggling. He had I make it 2 overs yesterday that were torn apart. He still has to get much better than he was yesterday, but going down the same route, that's a wide. Another one to the total. It's 40. I make it 40 for 1. Lavia is struggling, and we're still in 1. This is over number 5. Appeal goes up. He's struck in front. From our vantage point, I'm saying he is struck in front of middle stump. Ambrose sees the dreaded finger of umpire Maria Abbott. Ambrose goes, and that's a very, very valuable breakthrough for the 4 challenge strikers.
Well, there again we saw the minute he played an unorthodox shot, where he tried to go over mid-wicket, which meant that he premeditated that shot again, when he would have gotten more value for hitting the ball straight. He was dismissed. So again, it is shown that value, there's a lot of value for playing proper cricket. Play the ball on its merit and hit your gaps. And you'll get a lot of value for your stroke play.
Well, joining Hector now is Arnold Thomas. He did pretty well with the bat yesterday. He had 20. He scored 20 over 19 balls. Let me get it right. 20 or 15 balls. And he was actually the mainstay of the Saltpond Breakers innings yesterday to guide them to victory, Sam and Butler. This could be some trouble. He's out!
He's off.
He's run out!
Oh.
He's run out! Played the ball just to the left of Kotoy. He came around. It did not get past Kotoy. He was very, very short. Erna was looking for a single. It looked like both batsmen were moving, and then they decided against it. Erna did not. He had advanced really far down the wicket. Did not look to turn. 2 wickets and 2 deliveries.
Yeah, what we are seeing there is what we described earlier with Hector's running. Now Katoy had to run about probably 10 meters to his left to feel that ball. O'Neill was halfway down the track. There certainly wasn't any sort of communication there. But it shows that Hector is not willing to push for those quick singles and that turning that 1 into 2. And it's all because of his lack of fitness, as we might want to put it down to. But that Katoy, who is one of our better fielders in the region at the moment, he's very quick. But the distance he had to move to his left. If both batsmen had gone immediately, I think they would have gotten that run.
All right. And the thing about it is that Hector is the non-striker, so he should have been looking for the single, and they probably would have gotten it quite easily had he been prepared to go through for it.
Well, it's all done and dusted. Lavia comes in to Sween. As you said, Butler, same thing you just said. This time it was played a little slow. A little slower than the one previously. But if you're committed, it is definitely a difference in terms of getting the single.
Exactly, because this is what partnership is all about. You know, there must be communication and total commitment. It's either yes only or no. It can't be that in between, indecisive. Then it's gonna cost you.
Yes, and if you're committed to the run, sometimes what happens is that the fielders would maybe fumble the ball and give you an opportunity to run through for the single. But if you are hesitant and you are causing hiccups, it gives them more confidence to realize that you're really not sure what you're about. Right. And an easy run out put this team under some pressure. They are now 41 for 3 in over number 5.
Good. So we were asking yesterday about Katoy's bowling. I got a couple of messages about why Katoy is not bowling already this morning, and the answer is now here. As their first offer up, a leg break bowler of really good quality, been plying his trade for years in St. Vincent and also in the Windwards, and starts really well. Katoy.
Well, in the last few CPL tournaments, Katoy has proven himself to be one of the better leg spin bowlers, googly bowlers. Been bowling really tight and bowling some really valuable overs.
This one is played over the cover area and coming off of the boundary there, collects, and there's 2 more to the total. Sween actually getting some baton to that one. Finally, 3 deliveries, and we've had 2 diamond balls already.
Yeah, I think with the likes of Gidran and Katoy in that batting lineup, it's very important that Salpon put a total of in excess of 90 on the board.
Correct.
To put some pressure on that batting lineup.
Sween swings for the heavens. The bat making no contact, another dot ball in this over, and at this stage, it would be probably advised to just play it around and get a single at least from these deliveries. Beaten with a beauty. Beaten again with a beauty there. Katoy plying his trade, doing what he normally does. And at this level, you're going to have to be really, really good to beat him off of his game. Down to long off, gets a single. That's a swing at the end of over number 6, and they're now 44 for 4. They're gonna require another 44 for 3. They're gonna need to get another 46 minimum, Butler, in the next 4 overs to make a game of this, in our estimation.
Yes, I want to believe. I want to believe so. But we know Salpan do have a few hard hitters down to the bottom. You know, they have Dylan Johnson,